Namaste to children of class 10. We shall spend a few minutes today to understand two important concepts that may appear in the examination. It is in chapter 7, page number 83. If you look at it, you find reflex arc and reflex action. We will understand what do we mean by reflex arc. Reflex arc refers to a pathway of nerves and action taken by the spinal cord. To be more exact, when we touch a hot material without knowing it is hot, receptors in the skin, receptors are the neurons in the skin, they receive the impulses, and these impulses are sent to the spinal cord through the nerves. And the spinal cord, instead of sending the message immediately to the brain, it will send the message to another motor neuron, and that will send the messages to withdraw the hand. So this kind of impulse traveling from receptor to spinal cord and spinal cord to an effector organ, that forms a kind of a arc, and that is known as reflex arc. The word reflex is used to say means immediate, without our knowledge. That is reflex arc. Reflex action refers to a immediate action that happens by us without the knowledge of the brain immediately. I gave you the example. Supposing you touch a material which is very hot, not knowing it is very hot, immediately you withdraw your hand. That kind of action is called reflex action. What has happened here is a reflex arc has been formed. That means from the sensory cells of the receptor, a skin maybe, from there the nerve fibers will bring the information to the spinal cord. Spinal cord in turn will send the message to the motor through motor nerves into an organ or into a muscle to withdraw, and that is the reflex action. So please remember, reflex arc is different from reflex action. In the next minute, I will show you how to draw a reflex arc. This is sure question in the examination. Thank you. In this PPT, I have shown the spinal cord and its various parts. It is a section of the spinal cord. You see that H-like structure which is in the grey color is the spinal cord. I written SC. From the spinal, that is a cross-sectional spinal cord, and then I written one arrow showing S, that means stimulus. If you think that you touch a hot material from your hand, the hand contains receptors, and those receptors will collect the information, hot or cold or pain or whatever it is, and immediately send the message to the spinal cord in the form of nerve impulses. In the spinal cord, these impulses are again analyzed and converted back into other set of impulses, and these impulses will travel back all the way to the muscles of the hand and to remove the hand immediately, and that is the response. And this path from where the impulse starts from the receptor to the spinal cord, and spinal cord to the effector organ is called reflex arc. You try to remember this, that will help you in the examination. Good evening, boys, or it may be good morning to you. We will try to know how to draw a reflex arc. How to draw a reflex reflex arc? This may be a question in the examination. I will show you very quickly. Just look at it. First thing is, you just draw a small H-like structure, a kind of a H-like structure you draw. That will be the spinal cord, and then you try to put for that the boundary like that. That will be the spinal cord. So what we are writing is the spinal cord. That is spinal cord, a small section. If you think of the brain will be like that, and then medulla oblongata, spinal cord comes like that. And then from this, the spinal nerves will come. If you cut it here, this is what we have written here, 2 parts. Now, what is reflex arc? If you want to say, supposing I touch a very, very hot, say, plate. I touch a hot plate. If you touch a hot plate, now from here, the sensory, there are what we call the sensory nerves, and these sensory nerves, I will write it in a different color. There will be skin, for example. When you touch a hot plate, from the skin, the nerve impulses will start, and they go all the way to the this portion of the spinal cord. That is one way in which the nerve impulses will travel. That is the path. That is nerve impulse. So nerve impulse from the receptor will go to the part called the spinal cord, and the spinal cord immediately sends another message from the same place, and that will come in the form of things to, for example, in this case, muscles. It comes to muscles. So muscles will act. So this is the stimuli, that is the response. Muscles will respond. Action will do, and the receptor will receive the stimuli. So the path, the path that goes from a particular heart plate towards the spinal cord, and then from spinal cord a message comes down to the muscles to remove. For example, if you look at it, if I just remove like that my hand, and then from here all the way it goes to the spinal cord here, from spinal cord information will come, and that hand will be removed. So now if you want to say, this is the simple figure of the reflex arc. So reflex arc means there will be one receptor, and there the impulses will travel to the spinal cord. From spinal cord you will get the message back, and this entire path is called the neural path. The neural path of say stimuli and response from spinal cord is known as reflex arc. Reflex action is something that you remove your hand is the reflex action. I will stop here.